Veterans nationwide left without the money they were promised. Tonight, the News 8 investigators are looking for answers for our local veterans.
Connecticut veterans hurt in the line of duty say they have been hurt again now by a system that they say has failed them. Hi, everybody. I'm Darren Kramer.
And I'm Ann Craig. The VA is supposed to provide those wounded warriors with a college education and a roof over their heads. But tonight, News 8 has learned that money disappeared without explanation. News 8's chief investigator David Iverson went digging for answers. He joins us live tonight. What'd you find out, David?
And this money is used for everything from tuition to rent. Injured vets use it for everything from tuition to rent. And when Uncle Sam fails to pay, these vets are left out in the cold.
I joined in 2008 out of high school.
I was in the Air Force for 4 years.
I served in the U.S. Army.
The branches of service may be different, but this group of veterans, when together, find they have more in common than just their service.
I assumed it was just me.
They all qualify for something called vocational rehabilitation.
If a service-connected disability hinders your civilian career, Voc Rehab offers a variety of services to help prepare you for your next mission.
Vocational Rehab is a VA program that pays for the school and housing for veterans injured in the line of duty. But this summer, that money stopped coming.
We were told absolutely nothing, not one email, not one phone call. We just didn't receive our money.
The thousands owed to University of New Haven student and U.S. Marine Walter Williams is now 5 months behind. His tuition was never paid, and without his VA check, he can't pay rent.
I actually took on a second job, been doing construction. I needed to pay rent. I just didn't have the money.
This is the first time that I could remember that the VA has fallen this far behind.
At the University of New Haven alone, about 50 students have had their VA payments stopped.
If the whole goal is to get people through college, the program's failing right now.
It's the same at Southern Connecticut State University. Longtime veteran counselor Jack Mordenti says this issue has only happened once before.
The last time I experienced it was maybe early 80s. With it happening to Vietnam veterans.
To find out what was happening, we sat down with VA Regional Director William Streitberger. He'll admit the VA fell far behind in paying these veterans.
And so my question for you is, how does that happen?
An injured veteran himself, Streitberger says these vets weren't being paid because of a computer glitch when his department switched from one computer program to another.
256 veterans went through that conversion process, and there were admittedly some hiccups in making that transition.
Your landlord doesn't want to hear that you can't pay your bills because you haven't gotten paid by the VA.
The biggest thing, though, is the stress it creates.
Streitberger says all back pay will come, and the schools who haven't been paid will see checks. For veterans like Williams, he says the damage is already done.
I just have this knot in the back of my head, just constantly worrying about if I'm ever going to get paid or if I'm going to have to quit school entirely and get a third job.
There are more than 130,000 veterans who use this program across the country. The VA couldn't say how many of those were part of this delay. They do say, though, the issue is fixed, but we're still hearing from veterans here in Connecticut who say they are still waiting. So tomorrow at 6, we're going to show you what a senator did the day we brought this issue to their attention. For the News 8 investigators, David Iverson reporting.